Designing your report. Once you have your report created, you can modify it to create a more attractive design for it. It helps if you sketch how you want your report to look on paper, then use Access to bring it to life. You'll find that saves a lot of time and aggravation. After you do that, you want to figure out what you want to add to each section to customize your report. You may not want to add anything, and the simple report you created in the last section is exactly what you want, or you may want to get more creative. Here are a few different sections of the report, as well as the typical things that go into each section. For example, the header section can be found at the top of the first page, and usually it contains the report title, your logo, and the date. The footer is on the last page of the report after the last line of data. It contains totals, sums, counts, and averages. The page header is at the top of each page, and it contains the report title. The page footer is at the bottom of each page, and it usually contains a date and a page number. The group header can be found before a group of records, and it usually contains the field that is being grouped. The group footer is after a group of records, and it contains the totals, sums, counts, and averages. Most reports that you see are arranged in one of two ways, with a tabular or a stacked layout. However, Access wanted to make sure you could do even more to create whatever type of customized report that you want, which means you can arrange records and fields pretty much any way you want. Let's review the type of layouts and show you how to do them. A tabular layout looks like a spreadsheet. Labels are across the top. The data in columns is below the labels. This type of report is automatically created when you create a report using the report tool. A stacked layout looks similar to a form that you fill out whenever you fill out a job application, for example. Data has labels. The fields are stacked on top of each other. If you have a lot of fields and it's too many for a tabular layout because of the width of all columns would be greater than the width of the report, a stacked layout may work better. To convert your report from a tabular layout to a stacked layout, open your report. Go to the Layout view and click on the Arrange tab. In the table group, you'll see Stacked. Now you can select sections of the report and convert them to a stacked layout or do the entire report that way. You can easily arrange and rearrange tabular layout report in the Layout view. You can drag and drop labels and columns. Let's open up our other report that didn't quite fit properly on the page. Now let's go to Layout view. In this report here, I can drag the price column to show left of the publication date. To do this, select the values and the header and drag it to the left of the field. You can see the price has been put in place. You can use the property sheet, which is available on the Design tab, to change the height and the width of labels and fields. To adjust the width or height of a field, select the field. The yellow border means the field is selected. Move your mouse over the field so that the two-directional arrow appears. Click and drag your mouse to resize the column. This is helpful especially for fields which don't display data correctly. Release the mouse and the field size will be changed. You may need to adjust the column location so that fields are not overwritten. Using a combination of moving and resizing fields, you can make your report look cleaner. You can also change the size of the fields by using the property sheet. Select the field and enter the new height or width of the field in the property sheet. Remember to include either in for inches or the inch symbol, or if you're using centimetres, put in the cm word. You can add grid lines to your report for when you print it too. Select a field or column. Then go to the Arrange tab. Click Grid Lines on the left and select how you want your grid lines to look. If grid lines aren't available, it just means the report type doesn't support grid lines. If you open another report, you can select grid lines. You have a few different choices for grid lines. If I select both, then deselect the cell, you can see there's outlines now around these cells. Using page properties, you can add special features to your fields. You can change the border color or even add a special effect and raise fields for a 3D look. Click on the box in the property sheet that says Special Effect to do this. Select Raised. You can also select Sunken, Etched, Shadowed, or Chiseled. Here's what you'll see in the report. You can see that it has a 3D raised effect on it now. We've already discussed controls in an earlier lesson and learned that they are bound, unbound, or calculated. To add a control to the report, go to the Design tab. Click on the control you want in the Controls group, and then click on your report where you want to add the control. You can then drag and drop to remove the control and then resize it by dragging the borders of the control in for smaller and out for bigger. When you see a plus sign with arrows on each of the 4 ends, you can move the control. When you see the horizontal black line with arrows at each end, you can resize. To add an image, click on the Image button. You'll see a plus sign where your cursor should be and a miniature black and white graphic like in the one above. Click on the place in the report where you want to add the picture. You'll then be asked to locate the picture on your hard drive. Select the picture and then click OK. As you can see, it's added the picture to each row. You can change this in the design view. Or if you don't like it, you can just select the picture and press delete. To add page numbers to your report, go to the Design tab and then go to the header and footer group. Click on Page Numbers. Select if you want your report to just show the page number of each page, or if you want it to display, for example, page 1 of 6. Then select where you want the page number to appear, in the header or in the footer. Also decide where you want it to appear on the page. You can choose Left, which means page numbers appear on the left side of the page, Center, which means they appear in the center of the page, Right for right of the page, Inside, which means page numbers appear on the right side of the page for even numbered pages, and the left side for odd numbered pages. Outside, which means page numbers appear on the left side of the page for even numbered pages, and on the right side for odd numbered pages. If you want the page number to show on the first page of your report, leave the Show Number on First Page box checked. Click OK. To add the date and time to your report, click on Date and Time in the header and footer group. You'll then see this window. Select the format for your date and time and click OK. Date and time will now appear on your report.